Thank you very much for staying with us. It's now time for us to take you through our discussion segment at this hour. And joining us via phone call to do this discussion is Mr. Solomon Okoduwa. Mr. Solomon Okoduwa is the former senior special assistant to Edo State government on anti-human trafficking and irregular migration. Mr. Solomon, good morning and thank you for joining us.
Good morning and good morning, Nigeria.
All right. How are you, sir? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. All right, so we'll be discussing with you on this topic, but I want you to also know that I will not be doing this discussion alone, as I'm also being joined by Mboso. She's here with me, my colleague as well.
Good morning, Mr. Solomon. Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good morning.
All right.
All right, so Mr. Solomon, please take us through, first and foremost, for the sake of our viewing audience, help us explain what anti-human trafficking and irregular migration really is. Let's start from there.
So the sex trafficking aspect of the issue is just about the people who are desperate to make money, the people who are desperate to be the pillar of their family, that are the victims, the people who are desperate to bring up financial change in their lineage, but not knowing that they are going to be exploited at their expense. So they fall victim. They fall victim because they really wanted to go out of the country in search of greener pasture. Not really in search of greener pasture per se, in search to be a pillar in their family because of what they see in the life of others, those are the victims. Then the irregular migration aspect of it. These are people that left Nigeria willingly. They will leave Nigeria out of their own volition. Some pass through Morocco, some pass through Spain, some pass through Libya, some pass through Cotonou and other neighboring African countries to European countries. This is going on till today. Several factors are responsible for the continuous migration of Nigerian migrants.
Yes, we are coming right there. We want you to give us factors that contribute or influence such a decision by Nigerians living the country. But before we go right into that, I want you to also help us understand what is the government doing concerning the conditions, affecting the lives of Nigerians, making it impossible for them to stay.
Why Nigerians are leaving this country that me and you say today is not because Nigeria is not a blessed country, it's because of the bad leaders and the bad policies that is inflicting pain of Nigerian people. When they hear that there is a peaceful country elsewhere, they want to experience that peaceful country because they feel that they are not living in peace in the country because of some policies. Let me take you through some the issue of the recent Naira redesign.
Yeah.
That particular aspect, that particular issue in Nigeria has led, and in fact has drove a lot of people to believe in what the country has to offer to them. In as good as this policy was aimed at checkmating corruption and reducing the cash flow in the society, but it was majorly aimed at increasing poverty at the highest level. And people want to survive. Family must eat. Family must take care of their there are several lives who their income depend or hang on the daily revenue. For example, the point of sale, they will call POS. Those people in that particular period, they were dismantled. Other market women in various places were kind of, in fact, most of them, the food seller, the backouts. These are factors that pushes people out of this place into such a good pasture.
All right, Mr. Solomon, sorry, I'm going to butt in. Can you hear me, Mr. Solomon?
You see a lot of Nigerian men and women that you feel that these people are already in Lagos or they are in Abuja. They are on their way, migrating to Libya. They are on their way. Check, my brother. If you can do the check, I can give you a number to call in that garden. and they will tell you how Nigerians are leaving the country. You understand? So the whole of them are there, and they see that the policy of the government is geared towards inflicting pain on the average Nigerians, which is not supposed to be so.
All right, let me butt in. I understand your plight. I can see the energy in you, considering the feelings that Nigerians or the pains Nigerians are going through. And of course, I understand that it's not a bad idea for Nigerians to leave the country to anywhere they want to go to for as long as they are sure of where they're going. But again, we're concerned about the conditions surrounding Nigerians, which you even made mention of the Naira policy, which actually affected lives and even businesses, and made a lot of people leave the country. But let's not deviate from the subject of the discussion concerning the illegal migration of Nigerians. I want you to also react on this. It's in the news that 26 children, including 125 adults, Libyans, returnees, land Lagos. What is the factors, that must have led the Libyans to have left their country and now returned back to the country, precisely Nigeria, Lagos, to be very precise?
The factor is just the one I just highlighted a while ago, that it's making Nigerians to leave the country. And when they get there, thinking that there's a green grid, that the grass is green over there. When the grass is not green now, they get frustrated. Why they call them voluntary returnees? Because they voluntarily they submitted themselves to the authority that I want to go home. I want to go home. That is why they are called voluntary returnees. They were stranded. Because the picture they were meant to believe, when the picture they got to make on the reality in the ground in that place. You understand? Life is becoming so frustrating, and there's nothing else to do. They have to submit themselves back to the authority that they were earlier running from. That is why they are called voluntary return migrants. The reason why they are is what we just highlighted, because of the harsh economic policy that many of them at the strata.
All right. Before my colleague Umboso comes in with her question, let me quickly ask you this. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Now that they have voluntarily want to come back because things didn't work out well for them in the country in which they actually went to, now that they are back in Lagos, what plans or arrangement does the government have towards these people in order for them to be well settled in Lagos?
Yes, there are several plans for them in the NGOs and the work that just working with government is putting in place. Many thanks to the International Organization for Migration, who have been lead facilitator of this evacuation or returning them to Nigeria. These people, when they come back, I understand at the airport there, they will first of all receive some token, return of €100 they'll take them back to their various destination. And when they get to their various states, they will be profiled. After profiling, then they will now take their details. Most of them engage in business skill training that will be fully funded by the NGO, that is International Organization for Migration. That is what they've been doing for several years, and they are still doing it. You understand? So those who have medical challenges, they take care of them. They don't leave it to the state government alone. But several state governments are not taking care of all this, and they are not, interested, because they will say they are not the one that sent them out of the country. If they engage in one, other people will say they are returning from the Mali, they are returning for Sudan. So government don't have plans for people like that. These people are always the ones who are at the forefront of supporting, encouraging the return migrants. Come to Edo State. There are several NGOs now who are springing up and doing well in this area because of the support of this International Organization for Migration, IOM. They have done a lot. They have inspired Nigerians. In fact, most of the reason why the crime has reduced for the returnees in Edo State is because of the involvement of IOM in Edo State and in Nigeria. They came to build their office in Benin, and they oversee the extent of the southern part of Nigeria because of people who are, because here you have to have the bulk Nigerians who are returning from Libya or other part of the country, and that is why they came to them inside this and give support to them. You train them, give them psychological training, business training, and empower them to start on their life. That's what they are doing.
Okay, Mr. Solomon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, we've been hearing of illegal migration. What do you think the government should do to curb the incessant illegal migration we've been, experiencing in this country?
Yeah, it has changed from illegal to irregular. It's not irregular because illegal has passed over, criminality. When it is illegal, it's a crime. It is a crime in that country. So they reviewed that name and they now started using it, the word irregular. So when they are not irregular in that place, they now find out that yes, these are people who are seeking for greater parts of they are not criminals, it's not a bad thing for somebody to travel. You can be irregular in one country because your document expire. Understand? So one of the things that makes people to leave every time, is economic factor. Let us not shy away from the truth. Economic factor. You see young graduates that completed education after NYC, searching for job, no job. And the little one he will see, or she will see, will be giving a man that will be mega money. That will not obtain him and everything like that, that will make it a plan well for his life. Then when you now see somebody who came from Europe, driving good cars, building good houses, he like to go there. Especially the female folks, they want to be the one to be top of the town. Our generations. So these are the factors that is driving people. Now, one of the things that the government has not done effectively, is that is supporting skill development and empowering them. Even though they were doing it, they were not doing it in such a manner that it will go around everybody. They attach political tool into the empowerment program. To the extent that if you are not part of their political class, you cannot be part of the process. Even though they put it online, there's a screening, they ask you questions. If you are not part of that, you are not part of the program. That is the program which is not supposed to be. But IOM program is not like that. If you are returned, you are returned. When the profile, in fact, even with the one you are not returning from Libya, and they found out that you need help, and you actually return from other country. They will support you because I've seen people that came from Russia. They didn't brought from Russia, and if we were able to prove to them that they actually came with their returning the passport, they show their proof, and they show their how they were living there.
All right, Mr. Solomon, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us on the topic illegal migration. We're really pressed for time. If not, would have allowed you to talk more on this, but we'll call you some other time to have this conversation with you on this topic. Thank you very much, Mr. Solomon, for being with us.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, Nigeria.
Thank you very much. All right. Yeah. That's Mr. Solomon, the former Special Assistant to Edo State Government on illegal migration matters. We'll be going on a short break now, and then when we come back, the program still continues. Please stay with us.